Hello everybody, Mark here. Now I'm going to be doing a bit of a mix today. Again, what I'm doing, because I'm still trying to clear out some room in the freezer, so I'm just mixing and matching anything that I was going to say anything I like, but I like everything that's in the freezer, but not everything would normally go together for most people. But I'm not most people, so I'm putting anything I like together. Like, for example, along with the vegetables, there we are. We've got the usual vegetables. I've put 10 Brussels sprouts I've added to the bags of vegetables that you've seen before. The pre-made bags that I make with cauliflower, broccoli, peas, sweet corn. If I had carrots, I'll put them in, but they'll be fresh. I've added frozen Brussels sprouts. Like I say, 10 of those. Let me see. And of course, as always, the water from the vegetables. Now, here I have 11 fish fingers. Okay, 11 fish fingers, along with 2 of these, which I'll show you the boxes to show you what they are. Okay. Now these, I think these take about 5 minutes longer than the fish fingers. So I've put these in. The bell has just gone off. Now I'm gonna put in the 11 fish fingers in there with the chicken bits. Put those in for about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, now I'll show you the box. Right, those 2 chicken pieces, they are from a Co-op's deal from ages ago. You know, the five items, the £5 deals. What I did, I bought a couple of them, and this is what I've got added at the bottom of the freezer. So I'll be using both of those. And also, you may remember my first challenge, my first £25 challenge was from Asda. And these are Super Savers. These are £2 for 30 fish fingers, and I did the challenge, which you may have watched. It was a month or so ago. Mark's Remarks Asda £25 challenge. If you know. Anyway, it's in the what I did. I went through all my videos, and you don't even have to type that in. What was it? What do they call it? The playlist. I've put them in the playlist, so just go in the playlist. It's under the playlist title £25 challenge. So, and that'll take you to the Asda. That'll take you to the Farm Foods. That'll take you to the Tesco. You know. Anyway, so if you want to see that, go onto the playlist. These are left over from the Farm Foods, the very first one I did. As I say, £2 for 30. 11 left. They've been at the bottom of the freezer, waiting for an opportunity to use them, which comes today. So there's going to be a mountain of veg, 11 fish fingers, 2 chicken things, and gravy. I don't know whether gravy goes with fish fingers, but I'm going to put them on there anyway. Because, you know, what do I know? It's probably going to, it's probably going to go good. Go good. It's probably going to go well with the fish fingers, I think. You know. Anyway, I'm going to try it. So, and that's, and also, I'm forgetting what I'm bloody doing over here. Now, what I'll do, I'll quickly show you these. It's burning. Okay, all right. There's the diced up potatoes. Okay. Now, I'll tell you about those. Christ. What I did with those, I chopped them up as I normally do. And what I do then, I put them in the microwave on a plate for 5 minutes. I took them out, then put them in the hot air convection oven for about 10 minutes, I guess. Then I took them out, and then I put them in that little baking tray, you know, that Lurpak baking tray you've seen before. I put them in that, and then sprayed them with this. I haven't used this in a while because I've been using vegetable oil, but I sprayed them with this, and then I put them in the oven, which they've been in there for approximately 20 minutes. So they browned off very quickly in the hot air oven, a bit too quickly for my liking. So I thought, Well, what I'll do, plus I needed the hot air oven to do the fish fingers and then chicken steaks, right? So I'll put them in the oven, so then hopefully they'll just gently cook through. They've been browned on the outside, they've been cooked in the microwave from the inside, and this will hopefully do the two in the mini oven. And I wanted them to turn out a bit more like roast potatoes anyway, you know, rather than just, you know, chunks of, you know, potatoes. Anyway, okay, so what I'll do, I'll come back in a while. Nearer the time, I'm going to put the veg back in the microwave to get reheated. I'm going to boil up the water, put that with the... oh, it's over here. It's in the dish rack. I'm going to put that with the gravy, and alright, then I'll show you what's what. Alright, come back in a few moments. Okay, while I'm waiting on the fish fingers and the chicken to get cooked, everything else is pretty much ready. The potatoes are done, but I'm just keeping them hot in the oven. Anyway, while I'm waiting on the fish fingers, I'll do a few shout outs. While in between stopping and starting the pause button, I've been going to the computer there. I've just been reading a load of replies, so I thought I'd write some down and add them to this video. Let me see. Dagenham Dave. Now, the other day I did a pasta dish with some chili. Light chili and tomato sauce from the Co-op, and I put a load of chipolata sausages in there. Alright, and that was really good. You know, a little bit spicy, but it was very nice. Dagenham Dave says that he uses hot dogs, or he has used hot dogs. I'm presuming it's. I assume that they're from the can, or you can buy them in jars. I'm guessing. But that'd be interesting, you know, I figure. I thought that's interesting enough for me to pass that on, because there'll be a soft meat, they'll be very easy to cook, very quick, interesting flavour I would imagine, and yeah, very soft, so they'll go with a soft pasta, you know. Anyway, but that was interesting. Thank you to Dagenham Dave. Yeah, using hot dogs in pasta as the meat. Okay, the real Matthew Early reminds me that he put a suggestion in a while back about the Aberdeen Angus steak crisps, and I must admit I haven't seen them. I do peruse the crisps now and again, but I haven't seen them for a while. But I'll keep an eye out. Okay, and 0 Hour. He commented on the Co-op pizza. I did months ago. He's looking at the back catalogue of videos, I guess. He watched my Co-op pizza video. Now that was interesting because I can't remember the price. It was something like I paid like 25% of the price. I paid like, I don't know what it was. Was it 80p or some 80 something pence? As opposed to like £3 odd, you know. Anyway, that was a Co-op. I got a really good deal on that because I remember I've rewatched the video again, but I can't remember the details. But it was on the night of expiry, so I mean, if you're lucky enough to get those, you can get some good deals. Anyway, he watched that. He liked that video. It was chicken, and it was a stone baked chicken pizza from the Co-op. Basically, his question was, have I done any reviews on any other pizza? And I have. I've done Morrison's Pizza. I've done a whole bunch of Co-op pizzas. And if you type in, even if anybody else is interested, Mark's Remarks Pizza. Just type in Mark's Remarks Pizza, and it'll bring in the whole list of pizzas. I haven't done it in a while because I've been making my own dinners and that. But yeah, Mark's Remarks Pizza, and it'll bring up a whole list of pizzas that I've done, and where they're from, and how much they cost, and what my opinion on them are. So give that a go. And the other day, I think it was yesterday in fact, I did a mix and match. It was the title was called Mix and Match, something I'm mix and matching my ingredients for my dinner. All right. And Pete Thomas, who incidentally has a cookery channel himself, which if you type in Pete Thomas or even look on my comments, he quite often replies to that. Just click onto his icon. He says because he says it's amazing what you can dig out from the bottom of your freezer. Now that's true, because what I done was, because like I mentioned, I'm trying to empty out my freezer and I'm getting blinded by the sun here in this window. I'm trying to clear out all my stuff out the freezer before I go out and buy new stuff for the next challenge. It'll be, I don't know, with Morrison's, Sainsbury's or someplace. So I want to, you know, basically I'm getting all the ingredients out, and like today I'm mixing fish fingers with chicken, you know, something I wouldn't normally do, but, you know. Yeah, and he says it's amazing, you know, because sometimes you find a bit of treasure at the bottom of your freezer, you know, that you figure, Christ, I remember that from months and months and months ago. And you can use it in a pasta dish, in some kind of pie. In my case, a plate full of veg, fish fingers, chicken, gravy, potatoes. Just put it all together. Was it that phrase? Necessity is the mother of all mother of invention. It's because I have these ingredients with pretty much. You know, I need to just mix and match them together to get rid of them, and anyway, that's the idea. So, thank you to Pete Thomas. Yeah, it is true. It is, sometimes you forget about stuff that's in the bottom of the freezer, and it's good that you can just go down there and just scoop them out and think, oh, I remember that, I'll do something interesting with that, you know, turn it into a sandwich, or turn it into a pasta dish, or something. Any road. Alright, so that's all the shout-outs for the moment. Thanks very much. Right, and I'll show you the fish fingers in a few moments. Alright then, I've brought the water to the boil. I'm going to put the veg back in the microwave here. Well, I say back, it hasn't been in there, but I'm going to put it in there for about 4 minutes. The potatoes are done. They're just sort of like staying hot. The fish fingers and the chicken are pretty much done. What I've done in between pausing the last segment was to take the chicken out, cut them into about 12, anyway, cut them in about 12 pieces, dice them up, put them back in. In fact, that's what they look like now. The fish fingers I've left intact. Them chicken pieces I've cut into squares. They're pretty much cooked. All I need now is I'm going to bring the water back to the boil. The vegetables are reheating. So basically I'm just waiting on the vegetables. Yep, okay, right, and I'll change the angle and I'll show you the bowl full of food. Okay, we're just about done. Now, I'm going to make up the gravy now with approximately half a pint of water. Yep, pretty much exactly half a pint. Mix this up. The trick is not to put too much water. What I'm using, this is the brand I'm using, right? I got this for £1 in, I don't know what it was, Pound Stretcher or somewhere. Something like that, Pounds, wasn't Poundland, might be Pound Stretcher. Yeah, so the trick is not to put too much water in it, alright? The trick is, go about, you know, it says to put 4 spoons of granules in there, then put half a pint like it says. You can always add more water if you need to. And I think I might just add a touch. Just a touch. Yeah, because I mean, if you put too much water in there, then you just got to add more powder, and then, you know, it's all a big mess. And yeah, you end up with more gravy than you need. Okay, so there's the vegetables. And here's the potatoes. Now these I've done in a slightly different way. Like I mentioned, I cut them up, did them in the microwave, then put them in the convection hot air oven, then put them in the mini oven, and let's see what they come out like. Okay, anyway, and here's the plate full of 11 fish fingers and 2 of those chicken things. Right, make sure I don't spill this on the floor. There, I'll tell you what, this is okay then, and then the last ingredient is the gravy. There we go. Now, I've never had gravy with fish fingers before, so this will be something interesting. Right, I'm going to pour it over the potatoes especially. Right, everything's off. Okay. I'm going to try it before I... so I don't always put salt on my dinner, so I'm going to try it first before I do that. Ah. Tell you what. The potatoes have come out quite good. They do. They have a chewiness to them, but I think it's because I always leave the skins on. I never peel the potatoes, and they actually go very chewy. More than the rest of it. Oh, quite nice. Very hot. Okay. Now this is a bit of that chicken. They were the bird's eye chicken steaks. Quite nice. I mean, they're processed chicken. I mean, it's not like it's a chicken breast or anything. But yeah, I don't actually know what the price of all this is. I could probably go with a rough. I mean, I can't remember how much the 11 fish fingers. I think they were like. I can't remember actually. Anyway, you can probably work that out. £2 divided by 30 fish fingers. A couple of potatoes. All the vegetables cost 55p, and then another penny and a half for each of the 10 Brussels. Yeah, no. Anyway, it's going to be cheap. Okay. Anyway, there you have it. Just another example about how you can make a good, solid, wholesome dinner. Just mixing some unconventional ingredients together, but if you're emptying out your freezer and you want to make a big dinner, who cares what goes together? I mean, if you like, chicken and fish, if you like the two, put them together, if you tell somebody that's what you had, they'll probably make some faces, but food is food, and if you like them, put them together. That's all it's well, I'm going to have to... No, this salt thing isn't working. It just blocked up. Okay, anyway. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this, it's I've tasted it and it's a good combination. All right. Anyway, please consider subscribing. I'll put the red symbol down in there somewhere, and I'll put a link to at least 2 other videos. So if you consider hitting those, there'll be some interesting stuff, some interesting recipe ideas and cheapness on the making some cheap dinners. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching.